Here we go. Welcome back, Mzansi. You guys are tuning into the Bluest Culture, Mzansi. Thank you so much. You took the time to come through and chill with us as we plug you guys up with some tips and tricks and keys as to how you can take a stand and actually make a difference. As you guys can see, I'm joined by my experts for today, but now the Activate change drivers who are really doing the most when it comes to mobilizing the youth, just like me and you, Pana, to actually go out there and make a difference. So please help me welcome our guests for today. Are you guys good? Are you guys good?
No, we're well.
Okay, number one. So basically, for people at home, when they don't understand what the Activate change drivers do, can you just give us like a young summary, just real quick?
So Activate is a group of young people who are active citizens who are trying to build a better country. So, so today we have about 2,500 young people who are doing amazing things across the country. And so if you guys want to be part of Activate as well, after you've done your matric, you can form part of Activate and push these initiatives that you're pushing in your communities.
Dope, man. So basically, why do you guys feel as though, for Rona as young people, why is it important for us to actually, take up some social responsibility and actually take a stand for a movement?
I mean, it begins with us. If we do not do something now, then the future has absolutely no possibilities of anything going great for them. So look at the young people sitting here today. It's females. So there's still a chance for us women to actually take a stand and make our mark. So I'm very glad that you actually brought girls into the studio. It shows that there's a lot that we can achieve as women.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Pants in a patriarchy. We out you, man. So as young people, I just want to know actually how the Activate came together. Why did you guys actually start it?
Okay, the network was founded by a gentleman by the name of David Harris, who is also the founder of the Love Life movement.
Yes, sir.
Well, the reason there was a need to actually establish a network like Activate is that in as much as young people are facing issues when it comes to social and health-based issues, there is the young person in this current generation is very versatile. We have young people in the entrepreneurial spaces that are doing amazing things. We have young people in the education sector that are doing amazing things. But then the challenge is that you find a young person who is in Joburg who cannot be linked to another young person who's doing the same thing in the Eastern Cape, not being able to create those connections. So the reason why the Activate network exists is to make sure that there is those connections in sharing resources and also having that strength that is building you to know that there's another person who's doing it outside of the spaces that you are in, but is doing the similar programs.
Yes, sir. I like and I feel as though there's a lot of young people out there who really would like to make a difference. I mean, I find myself sometimes chilling at home, watching TV, watching the news, or even just looking around in my community and seeing a whole lot of issues and problems that I feel as though I can do the most to tackle. But for some reason, it seems as though as young people, we feel as though you have to be a leader or an activist in order for you to make a difference. So do you really have to be a leader or an activist to make a difference?
For instance, let's take it on my example. I'm working for Department of Health as an HIV/AIDS lay counselor, but I'm also active within my community, whereby I change drive. I'm gathering young people together and keep them busy. There's a say that says an idle mind is a dangerous mind. The more they idle at home, the more dangerous they are. So we try to regroup these young people and show them that there are many ways that they can change their lives. For example, we have people in literacy, we have people in entrepreneurship, and we have people also in health sectors. These young people are driving their own initiatives. Activate will only equip you and give you tools that you can assist yourself, and then when it's your duty to take it forward, seeing that, okay, for example, right now I've also registered an NPO whereby we're going to change other young people's life. Also, we'll be connecting them with other young people from different countries.
I see. So, Brad Sapan, can you actually take us through some of the biggest things that you guys have done actually as an initiative?
Okay, as a network, there's a lot of programs that we have done collectively as a network, but we also have our own programs that we are running individually. What I have done since being part of the network in 2013, we've done campaigns called the BE28 movement, where we used to help young people change their habits by doing something consistently for 28 days. It's based on the science that it takes 21 days to create the habit consciously, but after 28 days, it's something that you do unconsciously. So what we were trying to do is that we are trying to help young people be able to develop themselves. I'll make an example. Young people have a challenge with reading, but if you can try reading for at least 30 minutes a day for 21 days. After 21 days, it's something that you're going to enjoy doing unconsciously. So we're teaching young people to have habits like that. And of course, as an organization, we've run a lot of programs. We were running engagements with former Deputy Minister in the presidency, Buti Manamela, when he was still there, with regards to ensuring that we shape up the national youth policy as it stands right now. So it's a program that has been ongoing. There's ongoing engagements with Parliament on that. We've also had our own protests. Protests, and of course, as a network, we believe in what we call non-violent protests. But we had our own protests to ensure that we support initiatives that are leading to where we want to be as young people. We've got members of the network that are part of the Fees Must Fall movement. We've got members that are part of the Bring Back Our Girls campaign that are running internationally. So within the network, what we do is that we look at the activities that are happening within, and we mobilize resources to ensure that the programs get supported fully.
No, man, that's dope, man. That's dope, man. Marwetsking, I feel like we're going to want to Bra Kwandi, Lebo Oisnozi, Polebo Brad Sepang, Lebo Bramzwak have been involved in a whole lot of things. But when we come back from the ad break, we're going to hear a whole lot more about it. And you never know, if you keep on watching the show till the end, we want to plug you guys up with some tips as to how you can join in and actually take your stand and do the most right where you are.
Right now, answering your questions and everything that you want to know. So we're going to cross over to President T-I-D-O and see what's popping. Let's go.
Yes, I'm joined by the one and only, the Activate Change Tribal. But that is already, I'm also joined by my homies all the way from Tutole City. And we are out here on the Blues Culture Mzansi doing the most for way. Not going through to plug you guys up, man. That's all we gotta do over here with the state of the nation. Education, address, Rawakena. But right now, I feel like I'm gonna let you guys take over, man. Y'all good with that? Yeah. Here we go, take it, ladies.
Hi guys, my name is Ayanda. And then my questions to you guys is that, do you think that protesters need to damage the country, hurt people just to get what they want? Because same thing was happening in our neighborhood, whereby there were people who were demanding for houses, and then they were burning the robots and everything, and it caused accidents and stuff like that. So do you think that damaging stuff is an effective way to get what you want?
Does it have to get violent?
It doesn't necessarily. Actually talks to a very issue that we're facing with in Davidson West Day. So what you find is people generally, I think, go and protest without, having intentions to be violent. But then when they feel like there's a gap between the people that they need to talk to and the people maybe in authority aren't addressing them the way that they should, maybe then people get violent. But you look at other social media hashtags, which have been somewhat of protest, led to a national dialogue. So people started talking and getting information. You find men are trash. That led to people actually talking about patriarchy, talking about exactly what's been happening in our country and how can we address it to ensure that young women live safe lives, live and are protected, and their rights are being, fought for whilst they're in South Africa. So I think it doesn't necessarily start as something that's violent, but then when they feel like the communication, there's a breakdown, then it becomes violent. But I think as young people, we should look into how we can have progressive dialogues with the people that we need to talk to, as opposed to start burning down schools, because that's the very institutions that help us to be here today.
True. Yeah. Retweet that right there, man.
Okay, Dumelang. Hi. So now my question is, okay, you mentioned that there's over 2,500 young people that are involved. So my question is, have you seen the impact that Activate has in their lives? And if so, what message do you guys have for young people who are interested, who want to join?
Honestly, me being part of Activators really assisted me. When I got into Activate, when I started with my own projects, I didn't know much about leadership. I thought leadership was only about politics and, damaging things in terms of getting my point across. But then I soon learned, being part of the Activate, that there's actually other alternative ways to get your point across. We host dialogues, we go to meetings, there's workshops. There's so many projects that we are involved in. So I would definitely ask you guys to join as soon as you're of the right age, and also start your own initiatives. There's no project that you can succeed if you're doing it by yourself. You need a collective effort. So I know that if I'm starting something personally, I know I can call on Kwandile, dude, I'm starting this. Are you able to assist me? Kwandile, if he can, he's right. I know, I trust him to have my back. So it goes with everybody else within the network. If they're doing a certain project and there's someone who's willing to assist them, then that someone steps in their system, whether it's resources, whether it's capital, or whether they know someone that might be able to assist them. So definitely, if you want to be an active youth in your community, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be a certain age. You can start now at your school, do things that set you apart, and be a leader in your community. Have a voice.
Man. Collaborate, and at the end of the show, we're actually going to have their details over here on screening Saruna, so you guys can take those down if you're interested, and of course of age, like they said. Ladies?
So my question is, so with the programs and initiatives that are running up now, so how does one implement those programs but still making sure that they're paying authority to the people?
Okay, if I get the question correct, for instance, I'm working for Department of Health, but I have an initiative that I'm running also, you see. So I also keep my time at work whilst I'm still running my own initiative. They don't clash. I make sure that I complete all the work that is expected from me, from my employers, and also running the initiative. The idea behind the initiatives is that I've saw from the area that I come from Val, by the way. So it's a very small area, underdeveloped, there are less opportunities there. So I saw after Activate, remember I've always wanted to be a change driver, but I did not have right tools. So since I joined Activate, I saw that, okay, I can bring change within my area. So I had an idea, I started implementing idea, connected with other activators around Val, and then we came with a brilliant idea, and currently it's working. Hence, we're not stepping on the law. We're not breaking any law, but we're bringing change to people.
Dope.
Hi again. So I heard one of you guys saying that you take like the youth and you like bring them together to like stay with you guys instead of staying at home. So since you guys are doing that, have you considered coming to schools? Because at schools, like, we're different as people. So not everyone is like as smart, like not really smart, but we're not the same academically. So since it is like that, meaning that it is not everyone who's destined to be a doctor, but some are good in arts and stuff. So have you guys considered coming to schools and like looking at those kind of kids, like the kids who love cars and stuff and not like interested in doing physics? So have you guys like came to school to like consider those kind of kids and like involving them in your organization and considering them as part of it?
Okay, I love the question. As a network of 2,500 strong young people, we have initiatives that we are running individually.
Young people.
Yeah.
Strong. Sure.
Exactly. We have programs that we are running separately. Currently, I'm working on a program myself. I'm a published author as well. I'm working on a program whereby I'm fundraising resources to run a print of copies of my book so that I donate them to high schools. Because one thing that we've realized is that in as much as we understand that our learning levels are different, there are some things that are primary that every learner must be able to achieve. You must be able to read at least at your grade level. You must be able to calculate arithmetically, and also it's called the 3 R's. Right, reading, arithmetic, and writing. So you must be able to know the basics. But in essence, for you to be able to grow your skills, because we also condone you going out and actually researching for your own self in the own skill that you enjoy. If you love presenting, for one, you don't necessarily have to go to school while you are still in school. Go online. I mean, follow all the people that are presenting. Know the top 10 presenters around you. And if you know the top 10 presenters, know what it is that they are doing, What is it that they do when they wake up? What is it that they are reading? So you develop yourself around that skill, because not everybody, like you're saying, not everybody will be a doctor. But for you to be the best at whatever you have to be, you have to know who the top 10 are.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, guys. So, guys, just to wrap it up real quick, how can we get in contact with the Activate Change? Just real quick.
So Activate's on social media. It's Activate, Twitter, Facebook, and all the other channels. And also with our information on the screen, you'll then be able to get a hold of us, and we'll tell you about the different initiatives that we're working on. I'm working on a university in Ekurhuleni. You guys need to take that opportunity and run with it. She's, you know, all these guys are also obsessional leaders, so please just go through their
I personally go to schools, so
Tutuli
City might be the next school that I go to. I work with women empowerment.
Dope. That is what's
a possibility,
up, man. No, man.
Well, of course, I just spoke about one of the initiatives that I'm working on now, fundraising. On the 30th of June, around Nasrec, I'll be hosting a fun run as a fundraiser.
Where's Ken? Here's what we're going to do. Each and every single one of you are going to go out and check out their social media platforms, and you guys are going to see each and every single one of the events and the initiatives that they're working on. This has been the Bluest Culture in Mzansi. I love you guys and love you guys. Yo, we go. We'll be back.